Hello everyone, my name is Brooke and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking all about the brand new iOS 14 update. When I saw on Twitter everyone starting to post their new home screens and all the different widgets that you can do and everything, I got extremely invested and was like, I need to download this now. After I downloaded it yesterday, I spent way too much time, more than I am willing to admit, organizing my home screen, trying out different widgets, trying out different widget apps to make it look aesthetic and how I like it. So in this video today, I wanted to go through with you guys a little bit of a tour of my iPhone, what my home screen does look like, and then I thought I would also give you guys a tutorial on how to do it. So the timestamps for everything will be linked below if you are just looking for something specific to come out of this video or whatever you are looking for. So I personally decided to organize my phone and make everything look very fall since it is September, and I figured this theme will be really good for September, October, and a little bit of November before I change it to Christmas too. So first off, for my phone, I do have an iPhone 8. This phone is over 2 years old now, but it's still trucking along, it's still working great. I have an iPhone 8 and then I do have the Disney case on it. This is the 2020 Disney World case that I got when I was in Florida in January. And as for my lock screen here, I do have a photo that I took back in 2018 actually at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party when I was in Disney World, and it is just of one of the scarecrows at the front of Main Street. I love this photo and I love how it looks with the filter on it. This photo, if you did want to use it for your home screen, will be on a Pinterest board which I have linked down below. So I'm going to slide you guys over a little bit and then I can add up my phone right here for a screen capture for you guys. Okay, so as you guys can see, this here is the very home page of my phone when you open it up. So on this page, right up in the left corner, I have the photo widget. This is an outside app which I will show you guys how to download and how to put photos in. I guess we'll just go through all of the apps and then I can just tell you guys little things as we go on. So my photos, obviously this is just my camera roll. Lightroom is what I use to edit my photos, so that's there. IG Preview, I'll show you guys, is a app where you can go in and this is how I just like organize what I'm gonna post on Instagram. So the posts that are coming, how I want to organize them to see how they look in my feed before I post them. So I have that. I then obviously just have Instagram. So the four I have in the top corner there are photo / very Instagram related apps. Down below that I then have Twitter, Facebook Messenger, and TikTok, more social media, and then I just have a reminders icon there. So it says drink water and then it says you're not the opinion of someone who doesn't know you, and that is a quote by Taylor Swift, and just something I really personally like to live by just as like a positive reminder throughout the day. I then just have another little outside app that I downloaded for this widget. This is a astrology widget, which once again we'll get into. I then have YouTube Studio, not the YouTube app, like the creators app, Snapchat, Pinterest, Safari. So all of these apps I do have kind of organized into their own categories, and obviously I gave them all their own little widget icons. So I did create the widget icons myself. So once again, those will also be on that Pinterest board linked down below if you wanted to use the exact same ones I'm using. I have them set in a pattern. So I used 4 different colors to create them, fall colors that kind of go together with the theme that I was looking for. So you can find all of those once again on the Pinterest board. So at the very bottom then of the home screen, so this is very fluid across every screen, I have my Spotify for music, I have the phone, the text icon, and then I also just have my actual camera. So full disclosure, when you do change the icons, you cannot get notifications, like a little notification badge doesn't pop up in the app saying like, you know, the little red circle with like the number in it, that doesn't pop up anymore. So that's why I kept the phone and the text message icon the same so I could actually see when I have messages, because otherwise I just, you know, I'd be missing messages. So my background is a cloud sky background. I just found this online. I'll have it linked in the Pinterest board down below if you guys did want to check that out. I just wanted something extremely neutral, nothing too busy. I thought clouds worked really well with it, and I really liked the gray, black, white kind of contrast it had. I found it helped really make the apps pop, and the orange colors and fall colors that I'm using really pop, so I really did enjoy that. Going over to the second screen, now I'm not 100% sold on this yet. I think I'm going going to change it up a little bit. So at the very top, I'm using another Widget Smith widget. This is just a calendar one, and it has 2 bars going across. I then just have the weather in my current location. And then the other apps I have are my Gmail app for my emails, my other Outlook for my work emails, and then I have Google Maps, YouTube, Fitbit. I have my Disney experience, even though I don't necessarily use that all the time. It brings me a little bit of joy to keep it on my home screen. So I have my Disney experience, the settings, the notes, and then I have this photos icon. This is the photos icon that comes with iOS 14. I'm really not sold on this. I really do like this picture of Taylor Swift, but you can't actually choose the photo that goes in there, which is why I'm not sold on it. So what I did have actually before this, which I think I'm just going to change back to, is I just had everything like that, and then if I do decide I want to add more apps onto the home screen or need something else, there is room for them on there as well. And that's literally it. I just have the 2 home screens, and then as you may or may not know, in iOS 14, if you have other apps that you don't necessarily want on your home screen, you can flip over a page and everything's there and you'll be able to see all your notifications. So obviously I have a ton of apps that I'm not going to go through right now, but yeah, everything is there if you need to search for something or find something rather quickly. So let's talk about how I did it. So first off, let's talk about the app widgets and covers, because I feel like these are the things that a lot of people really want to know about the most. I downloaded Shortcuts, which then gives you an option to add shortcuts to your home screen. So you're not actually going to be replacing the app icon, you're going to be creating a shortcut to go to the app, if that makes sense. So you're not altering the actual app icon, you're just creating a shortcut in your phone that'll take you to that app. So I'll show you what that means. I want to create a new Google Maps shortcut actually, because as you can see here, I put the icon on wrong. There is that little white gap at the side, so I just want to redo that because it's kind of bothering me. So I'm going to go into my Shortcuts app and I'm going to create a new shortcut. So it says new shortcut, and then you're going to add an action, and then from here you're going to hit scripting. In scripting, you're going to choose open app, and then you're going to open, hit choose, and then you're going to pick the app that you would like it to open. So in this case, I would like it to open Google Maps. So you hit Google Maps, and then I'm going to hit these 3 dots in the upper corner here, like these 3 little dots. And this is going to give you the option to name the shortcut, so I'm just going to name it Google Maps. I like using all lowercase letters for just like the aesthetic of it. You can do all caps, you can literally name it whatever the heck you want to. So I'm just naming it Google Maps in all lowercase. Then I'm going to hit add to home screen, and once again I'm just going to have to rename it Google Maps once again. Then you're going to hit the little picture box right where you just named it, and it will give you the option of take photo, choose photo, or choose file. So I'm going to go into choose photo, and this is where it gives me all of the little app icons that I made. So this is where you can choose the photo that you want to put on it. So it doesn't have to be an icon. This can be literally whatever you want. It could be like a photo of a flower, it could be a photo of your dog, it could be something you made like I did. It can be literally whatever you want. I created my app screens in Adobe Illustrator. If you are creating your own, you should create them in a 1920 by 1080 vertical document or 16 by 9, but like the vertical way, not the horizontal way, the vertical way, because originally I did create them as squares and it would not upload properly. So it does just need to be a vertical photo when you are uploading it or making it. So like I said, once again, all of these icons are linked down below on my Pinterest board if you want to use the same ones that I did, and I will be updating it seasonally on that Pinterest board. If you're watching this and I don't know, it's December and you want a Christmas one, I will be adding Christmas ones on there as well. So check that out for continuous updated ones. But this here is the one I created for Google Maps. It's just a little location marker. So I'm just going to hit choose, and then as you can see, that is now the location marker. And you just hit add and added to home screen. You just hit done and it'll pop up in your shortcuts, and then these are all of the ones I have. Honestly, this is the most time consuming process, so be ready to take a minute when you want to do this because it does take a while for sure. So now that I have the Google Maps icon, see it pops up with 2 of them. So I'm just going to delete the old one by holding down on it, hitting delete bookmark. Yes, and then I'm just going to arrange my home screen, just hit edit home screen as you would have before, and put it in the right spot. And that is how I create my widget icons. So let's go through some of the other apps that you can use to create icons. So the first one, and the one I found most popular that a lot of people are using, is Widgetsmith. So it's the one in the top corner here, this black one with the blue kind of square thing around it. So that is Widgetsmith, and this is what it looks like when you open it up. So it'll just have a list of all the different widgets that are on there, and you can create new ones or alter ones that are already on there. So for example, to create the calendar one that I had, you go add medium widget and it will automatically add a calendar one for you. So I clicked on that, and then you can hit default widget, and it'll pop up all the different options for medium widgets. So not just calendar ones, like all the different ones that are there. So there's calendar, there's some weather. You do have to pay for the weather ones though, to be noted. Clocks, the astrology one I was talking about before, like a star field, photo in album, blank, that kind of stuff. So the calendar one that I was using is actually the one that they have pre-selected, and you can also change the font. So I used the New York font on mine. The tint color for the actual text, I used gray, and then for the background color, I believe I used the cream color, but there are a ton of different choices. And then once you're done, you just hit the little back arrow. You can tap to rename it, so you can go whatever you want to name it, and then hit save. And then you'll see it's right there with a date. And then you can do this for a bunch of different types of widgets. So there are the small widgets, which are just like the 4 square one in like the square. There are the medium ones, which are 8. Like it's a row 4 and a row 4, if that makes sense. It goes like straight across your screen. And then there's the large one, which takes up a giant chunk of your screen. And then when you want to add a widget onto your home screen from that app, you just hold down on your home screen. You tap the little plus button up in the corner, and it will give you a variety of different widgets that you can add. And this is how you add any widget too, by the way, even the Apple ones or whichever ones. And you're just gonna hit Widgetsmith. And then from here you can choose small widgets, medium widgets, or the large one. And if we want to add that calendar on, what we can do is we go to the medium one, you hit add widget, and then it automatically popped up as this like moon thing. So we're just going to click on the widget, and then it gives you the option, you just click on widget, and then it'll give you the option of which one you want to add. So we just made the date one, you click date, click out of that, and then it'll be the date one. I am just going to delete that though, because obviously I already have it on there. So then this little one with the moon on it is just a small version of the astrology one from the Widgetsmith app. So for the photo widget, I used an app called Photo Widget. So this is it here, and you can just go to the App Store, search Photo Widget, and I'm sure you will find it. And here you can add photos that will change if you want them to on a timer. So when you open the app, you just follow kind of the prompts, and then you just hit the plus button and add whatever photos you want to add onto there. And then, so I have 2 on here right now, except I am only using the pumpkin one. You then just want to hit the settings button in the top corner and hit photo refresh interval. So if you did want your photos to rotate, let's say you had 10 different ones on there and you wanted the photo to change every 5 minutes or so, then you can change it to 5 minutes. And every time after you change this, you always want to hit adjust widgets to current settings. That way you always have it refreshed, otherwise it will stay at the old settings. So I still like mine at never. I'm personally kind of concerned with how that's going to affect my battery life, having the photo rotate like that. So I'm just having it on never for now, just because my battery life isn't that great as it is. So I really don't want to destroy that by any means. But then it's the same process. You're just going to hold down, you're going to hit the plus button in the corner, you're going to hit photo widget, and then once again you can choose whether you want it to be a little square, a medium one, or a giant one. We'll do a giant one just for fun, and there we go. We have a giant photo of Taylor Swift right there, but we are going to remove that because I don't like the giant ones. I find they're way too big for my liking. For the Reminders app, this is one of my favorite things. So going in, this is one of the Apple ones. You can just add a reminder right to your home screen. These are my reminders. Then the reminder in it, I have set "You're not the opinion of someone who doesn't know you," Taylor Swift quote, like I said, and I have this set to remind me every single day so it constantly pops up. Now, one thing you should note is that there are a limited number of characters that'll pop up here, or it'll just like write half the quote and then go ... So that is why I have it the U and the R at the beginning, not the full words. I would prefer the full words, but unfortunately, it stops at no at the bottom and does the ... So there is a limited number of characters, so if you're gonna pick a nice quote to put there, definitely do something on the shorter side. So that is that. I really do hope that this video did help you out a lot, and maybe helped you figure out your home screen. Like I said, everything is gonna be in that Pinterest board down below. So if you want to use any of the screens that I used, like the home screens, or any of the photos that I used, or the widget icons, or literally anything, check out that Pinterest board down below, and I will have everything there for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Go check out my channel and subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you have a magical rest of your day.